Domestic violence prevention advocates are considering the latest Supreme Court ruling a win for survivors. Good evening, I'm Janice Rebholz. Now today the justices voted 8-1 to uphold a federal law prohibiting people with domestic violence restraining orders from having guns. Courtney Sisk has tonight's top story.
This ruling will save lives.
Domestic violence prevention advocates relieved after the latest Supreme Court ruling that upholds a law allowing the temporary confiscation of guns from anyone deemed by a court to be a physical danger to others. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote that since the United States was founded, our nation's firearm laws have included provisions preventing individuals who threaten physical harm to others from misusing firearms.
This ruling means that survivors in those instances of firearm-involved domestic violence are less likely to die.
According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the presence of a gun in DV situations increases the risk of homicide by 500%, something the Burns family knows all too well.
They say time heals all wounds. I don't think it will in this case.
Scott Burns is Amy Burns Moore's older brother. Amy was a second-grade teacher in Normal, Illinois, and was shot and killed by her ex-husband in her own home last month. Her 3 young boys are left without parents, and her family left with an unfillable void.
There were protective orders put in place, including the final protective order was a 30-month protective order.
Despite the court orders and family members confiscating his guns, he was still able to obtain a gun from another state.
I think there are so many loopholes in the system, and then the ability for people, even with people who are under severe restrictions, who have been institutionalized for mental health issues, who are up for felony charges, who have violated protective orders, to still be able to obtain a firearm and commit murder.
While they believe this ruling is a step in the right direction, they still hope more can be done and that it can set precedent to pass Karina's bill in Illinois this fall, which would require judges to issue a gun seizure order along with any order of protection and to have law enforcement confiscate weapons within 48 hours.